Hi, my name is Zitao Xu. This is a presentation for the CIS9467 Midterm. For the midterm, we need to choose a topic, find data about the topic, and do some introduction and analysis through Excel work. The topic I chose is Airbnb. I observed Airbnb data and chose to focus on the most recent data in New York City. So raw data is publicly available through this link. So you can see here. There are a lot of data of different areas. I chose the New York City. For you who are not familiar with Airbnb, Airbnb is an online platform where people can both let his house to others and find a house for short-term stay. It is quite popular and successful today. Personally, I have used Airbnb a few times when traveling because it is always more affordable than hotels and the room is always larger. Airbnb also allows me to interact with local culture because the hosts tend to be natives. Airbnb is not only a convenient platform, it also pushes the development of travel industry and the real estate industry. Therefore, I think it is an interesting topic to discuss about. Okay, let's see what I get. For the purpose of this presentation, I have used Power View and Dashboard. The Power View and the Dashboard workbooks basically are all what I did and what my analysis based on. I don't think the process how I got these sheets are that interesting, so I plan to discuss about our findings first. And if we still have time after that, I will show you how to do the Power View and the Dashboard. Before we begin, I want to first point out that after taking a look at the raw data, I added another column here, showing the occupied days. It is simply 365 minus available days. I think this column is more meaningful than the available days column. For example, if we want to compare the popularity of Manhattan and Brooklyn, we can simply sum up occupied days of houses in these two areas. However, if we sum up available days, the result makes no sense because the total amount of houses in Manhattan and Brooklyn are not the same. Okay, now let's look at the Power View workbook. The Power View was created to visualize the popularity by borough and room type in New York City. The sum of reviews and the sum of occupancy can both represent the popularity similarly, so I did a pie chart of occupancy by room type and a map of numbers of views by borough. The map shows that most listings are located in Manhattan and Brooklyn, and the least listings are located in Bronx and Staten Island. The reason for this probably is that tourists prefer to live close to famous attractions and shopping malls, which mostly locate in Manhattan. Comparatively, Bronx is a bit too far north and has a negative reputation with crime. Staten Island is difficult to access and is known to be quiet. As for Brooklyn, it shows that most listings are located in New Manhattan and nowhere in deep Brooklyn. The pie chart here above shows that people prefer to live in a private room or entire house or apartment rather than a shared room. It is easy to understand because most people value privacy and want their own place. So this is the Power View part. Now let's go to the dashboard. The dashboard focuses on the price and also on popularity, which the Power View has already shown. But I used reviews per month instead of total reviews, and I also compared total occupancy with average occupancy. These two bar charts about the price shows that Manhattan is the most expensive borough because of location and the real estate prices, and the entire home apartment is the most expensive category due to larger space and more completed facilities. The conclusion of popularity is basically the same as we just talked about in PowerView. We can simply take a look at these two pie charts of reviews and the lower left bar chart of total occupancy. But the difference between the average occupancy and the total occupancy again identifies that the data of available days is meaningless because the total amount of houses are not the same. We can see that the average occupancy in these boroughs do not have a big difference. Maybe it shows that the supply meets the need well in all areas in New York City. Here I put 3 slicers on the dashboard, which are room type, borough, and neighborhood. The slicers are useful after being linked to pivot tables. By clicking a button, all the charts in dashboard will show according to the button. For example, we click on Manhattan. We can see the chart change, showing the result only of Manhattan. The slicer helps to show information directly and clearly, and the neighborhood slicer even can show more detailed information in each area for us. For example, we click on this one, and we can show the detailed information here. Okay, so I noticed there's no time to show how to do the Excel work. Perfect. So this is my midterm presentation of Airbnb. I believe Airbnb is a wonderful platform where people with any needs can easily let house and find a satisfactory living place. I hope you can give it a try. Thank you very much for your time for my presentation. So we are done.